Level Up Latina partners with working women and mamas alike to guide them in achieving fulfilling career and life goals through financial empowerment, professional or leadership coaching, and personal wellness. Find the unique coaching you need to succeed.
You're listening to Vettel, Ceci, and Irene, and we are Level Up Latina.
Welcome back to another episode of the Level Up Latina podcast. This is another part of our summer series, episode 353. And there are cute, short, sweet, and hot summer episodes that we do for the series. Today, we're going to be talking about the summer. But let's make it work. Surviving the summer shuffle. So pretty much today, we'll talk about how summer changes the way we work, we parent, manage our careers, and try to enjoy life at the same time. But before we get into that, my co-hosts here are kind of walking into this of like, oh my God, no preparation today. So there are going to be some good questions that are just we're going to flow with it. But before we get into the conversation, ¿cómo se encuentra Ceci? Irene, ¿cómo se encuentran hoy?
Bien, aquí relajadas. I just wanted to point out that we are so committed to you, to our audience, to our listeners, that la pobre de Vero se está muriendo del calor because we made her turn off her fans so that you get good quality audio, okay? So así de committed we are to this podcast.
That's so true. Thank you, Vettel, for sweating for us, sweating for the sound.
You know what? It's totally worth it. And I will do this until I pass out, especially if I'm with you ladies, okay? Fuera con otra gente.
I can't wait. I look forward to seeing you.
Pero ya me agarró like
Fall
you know
over.
when you get hot and you like start getting itchy, you're just like, why is it so hot? And I think it's my body saying, cool out, lady, chill out. But don't worry, I won't keep you for too long. It's going to be a short episode. And pretty much just opening with, what is your summer reality? Okay, so then summer's supposed to be relaxing, right? It's supposed to be, longer days, vacations, beach trips. I haven't touched the beach once this summer. No school, but somehow for working moms, summer feels like we added an entire second job to our already full-time lives. You know what I mean? For me, I want to ask each of you, Irene and Ceci, on a scale of 1 to 10, how chaotic has your summer been so far? Feel free to think about it. Let me know, Ceci.
7, yo creo. Yo creo 7.
A ver,
7 because, yeah, like you said, the schedule is all over the place. Camps, some start earlier, some start there was one that started till 9, and so the earliest dropout is like 8:45. And even though during the school year, I'm on it and I'm out of the house by 7:40 and they're on time at school by 8, but I think because your brain knows that you can be later, like ando en chinga, still till the very last minute. I'm like, oh my God, how do I do this the rest of the school year? So yeah, it's been, a 7, I would say.
Okay, 7's not too bad, Ceci. Thank you for explaining that. And yes, it's always chaos, I feel, those mornings. I don't know why I also think I have more time. But anyway, Irene, on a scale of 1 to 10, how chaotic has been your summer?
And 10 is the most chaotic,
Yes, 1
right?
being
So
the least.
Ceci's a 7.
Todo calma. Y si me dices un 1, vas a ver, I'm jealous. Tell me how. And then el 10, pues también, I would be mad that if it's too crazy for you. But tell me, what has it been? You can.
No, not a 1. That's too simple, right? But not a 5. I'm probably a 3. It's been a really chill summer. My kids are older. And when I had kids that were in grade school, my summers were super chaotic. I did not work from home. I needed after school care. It was so hard. When they went to TK and kinder and they didn't have full days, I remember it being a really hard thing, summers. The only benefit was, sometimes I could sleep in a little later. If their after school care became their summer care, sometimes those hours could be manipulated a little bit, pero they used to be in sports and that was in the summer as well, and eran desmadre. So now I feel very blessed because my kids are older. They feed themselves, they entertain themselves. Literally all 3 of them do their own thing. I have 2 that work. 2 of my kids were at work all day today. So my life is very different. And the youngest, I feel like está aburridísimo all the time. He's always trying to run. Ceci would be so proud. He's always on runs. His knees are killing him today. He goes on 5-mile runs every single day. So he's entertaining himself. It's the easiest. And I will go on walks with him. I will take them to walk the mall, get them a treat at the mall. Like, we're just kind of looking for stuff to do because we get bored being at home. And my husband and I are still working, but we don't really work too much from the office. So it's not chaotic because there's no commute. But this week, I'm jinxing myself right now. This week, my husband has to go to his office 4 times for a summer retreat. And my son, since he works so much, they're sharing the 2 cars we have. And so I feel like this week's going to be a taste of like what it would be like if everybody had to have a commute. We have to share with our son if he lived here and we only have 2 cars. And I'm going to get a taste of it. I'm going to eat my words, Vero, because by the end of the week, I'm probably going to be exhausted. It's so chaotic by the end of the week that they have to give me a ride somewhere because I have to go to my office and then pick me up. One of them's taking me, one of them's picking me up. And I'm like, that's what it's like to be in chaotic mode when schedules are nuts. But right now, knock on wood, I'm also not traveling as much this summer as I usually do. I knocked that out of the way in the spring heavily. So I'm like enjoying this break. I literally put away some travel stuff yesterday and I felt actually like, okay, cool. Let me put my travel stuff up high. Holiday thing, you kind of don't need your holiday stuff. So it's not handy or like blankets in the summer. And I was like so proud of myself. I was like, get this stuff out of the way. Don't feel chaotic, like things are everywhere. I don't need that travel pillow right now. So Vero, I've actually been very at peace this summer. And I'm not saying that to be a presumida. I'm just saying that to say my kids are grown. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, all you mamas with little kids.
I like to say the saying of like, nobody likes to show off, but we do. We do. The saying is just para decirla, pero sí, I show it off, presúmelo. Qué bonito. That, a mí me dan like la ilusión de que we'll get there one day. But I know, right?
I know,
like,
la ilusión.
Yeah, that's why I share. You'll get there one day.
Que vamos a salir de estas, okay? Presúmelo, por favor.
I was thinking about us the other day, like recently, because I was thinking about us and like our kids in different stages and, us sharing on the podcast and whatnot. I'm like, ay, Irene, ya con sus niños ya grandes and everything. Yo, pues, twins and they're, hitting almost the double digits. They'll be 10 in January. I'm like, and Vero has like un poquito de todo, but they're all like school-age children. So like nos va a tocar different faces and for us to share it on the podcast and what everyone's going through and whatnot. So I was just thinking, I was like, that's kind of cool that we get to see ahead. Like, oh, mira, Irene has it down. She with her kids and everything. So we'll get there.
So that's why it's hopeful.
La ilusión, ilusionados. Es una ilusión.
My kids are going to Disneyland tomorrow. I have a hookup and I am sending the 3 of them. That's how unchaotic things are. Then I'm like, hermano maneja, que vayan ustedes. We always get 3 free tickets. Yeah, and the oldest is like, why do we gotta go so early? And the little ones are like, we want to be there when they open. I'm like, he's driving. He decides, homies. So they're gonna get there at 9. That was the compromise. But les mandé a cada uno, like they're spending money para que coman bien, and they don't have to use their own money. But I was like, souvenirs are on you, and I'm paying parking. So that was really sweet, and I'm getting them free tickets because of the hookup that I have.
There you go.
It's so cool. Like they can go enjoy their summer, and I don't even have to be there. Oh
my God, we were just there this weekend, and it's too hot to be there. I think it was just more of like we couldn't function.
I know the kids checked the weather. They said it's
hella hot, hella. Yeah, so they're gonna have a great time. I was hoping to get on the rapids, pudimos, but I'm like, because the kids were like, uno sí que quiere mojar, el otro no, and all that stuff. But on my end, the scale is definitely, I want to say a 10, but I don't think it's that crazy. It's more around the 8.5, I'm gonna say, on our scale, our Richter scale of the craziness and chaos, because we do have little ones, right? I still have to be at work. I still go in the office. Mine is a very hands-on, in-person kind of job. Otto's traveling this week. He actually leaves tomorrow morning to Ohio. So there's travel. And then the kids, luckily got them into a camp. But they were going to do 2 separate things. Summer school. And then they were going to start a camp starting the 22nd. And we actually found a camp. Thank you, Emily. That is Sloan Stephens Foundation. And they host a camp at Compton High School. So it's a new Compton High School. They get to use all the amenities and the sports facilities and the new pool. They're doing tennis and doing esports and doing all this great stuff. The kids love it. And they get home so exhausted. Ya están todos tanned. Archie's not that much afraid of jumping in the pool now. He's like, I jumped in 3 times, mami. Me metí 3 veces. Brinqué 3 veces. But it's just the process, right? It's making sure, okay, they bring their stuff in and I have to wash all their bathing suit stuff and get it ready for the next day. And then, okay, let's get them there between 7:45 and 8:15, which is a realistic time, right? So still sleeps a little. They can sleep in a little bit. But I used to have to be at work before 9 o'clock. And then I had to leave on certain days before 6 to pick them up. It's crazy. And then, but it is what it is. Right now, I'm like, you know what? people say I'm gonna miss these days. I don't know. I'm gonna miss the hives, right? The stress and the picoteos del calor. But you know, I'm happy my kids are healthy. That they're enjoying this summer stuff this summer, and I think they really need a break. So they're really they're counting down the days of summer camp ending this Friday, and then they'll have about a week and 3 days off to just chill. But now I have to stress out about what are we gonna do that last week and a half, because I have to be at work. Otto still works, and let's hope my mom and my sister can take care of them for that week and a half without sending them home early to me. Okay.
Vero, yo te los cuido.
Que se vayan.
I mean it. Tráemelos.
Llévatelos a la
Yo te los
playa.
cuido. I'm super down. My heart broke when you said you haven't gone to the beach.
I
My
know.
heart was breaking
So
for
we're
you.
planning.
Te los llevo a la
Es la
playa.
playa.
Te los llevo a Seaside Lagoon. Te los llevo a mi backyard.
¿Sabes qué? Donde sea. Nomás llévatelos. I'm just
I'm super down. Let's coordinate schedules. I'm gonna host 2 exchange students next week.
Nice.
De Loreto.
Loreto.
I'm hosting 2 little 15-year-old girls. But after that, girl, my summer's open to host some more kids from Compton. Because I think
the Irene Foundation.
There you go.
The Irene Foundation.
for real, I'm super down, Vero. As long
Camp
as
Irene.
the- you know, they don't mind the doggies. The doggies will be okay.
Oh yeah, they can take Bella. We have a dog now, remember, and we have 2 cats. I don't know how many.
That's right.
So we added to the chaos. Okay, I haven't sent you guys any pictures porque siempre que estamos, I'm like,
I know.
Toda
You freaking. I
agotada.
was just about to say. La tienes escondida.
You know what show is that where somebody has a fake boyfriend? There's a
Oh,
show.
yeah,
where somebody
there is
has
a
no
show.
way.
We have a fake-
It's
there's a
friends.
show.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody,
You have
yeah.
a fake dog.
You have
don't
a
think
fake
so.
dog.
I was
In Canada.
I'm not gonna ask her for pictures.
He lives in Canada.
Vero's got a fake ass dog that's not real.
Fake ass cat. 2 fake ass cats.
Why won't you send us pictures?
You know what?
Vero?
I'll send
Why
them
won't-
after this.
Why won't you do that?
Bella runs away from me.
No es
Me
cierto.
busca.
You've been promising in pictures.
I don't even hear a dog
She
on
doesn't
that
bark.
end.
She doesn't bark, you guys. Can you believe that shit?
I
She's
don't
ideal.
think so, de verdad. It's fake.
I'm gonna put her on.
Are you catfishing us with your freaking pet?
Bella. Tráeme la Bella.
Why are we being
Yes, yes,
catfish with an
Me están
animal?
diciendo que no tengo perro.
I bet it's a puppet. She's gonna show us some
It's
puppet
it's
right
like,
now.
oh, I'm gonna show you my
bark,
dog.
que no
Hi.
bark.
How do you
Oh,
do
guys
that?
are not
The
watching
finger
my rat
puppets?
dogs. I know, it's a fake puppet. It's like a photo. It's like one of those big photos from a
know.
graduation. Que you show just the head. Oh my god, like it says he's exacto. Es un peluche. Es un peluche.
But that's
This is my peluche.
So supposedly Vero
like-
has a dog, and that's why her life is chaotic. But until we see this dog, look, it says he's.
This is me. This is mine from when I was a kid.
Oh, it's
like
so
for real, for
Oh,
real.
no,
And when I
shut
was
up.
a kid, I used to pretend it was real.
Okay, look.
And so that's
Here
what
she
I
is,
was doing.
okay?
So
She's
sweet.
real.
A ver si es de verdad.
Dile hi.
Does she have a heartbeat?
Hi, daughters.
Hola, mamá.
Hi, daughters.
Oh, my
Yo me
God,
llamo
he's
Bella.
so
She's so chocolate.
I said he.
It's a
It's she.
she.
It's una
A ver,
little.
que te ven esta carita hermosa. Hi, my name is
Sí
Bella.
existe.
Ni estoy tan
She doesn't
malita.
bark.
Ay, yo soy una buena
Sí
guagua.
existe.
She has a
Qué
cute little
bonita
snaggle
la
tooth.
Bella.
Hold on. ¿Dónde está tu diente?
She's
There it
a
is.
sweet little girl.
She has a little snaggle tooth.
She's a soft little baby girl.
Cómetelas, le mandas un besito.
Cómetelas.
She's
Hi,
shy.
girl.
She's shy.
Sí existe.
She's not making summer chaotic. She's not making summer chaotic. She makes summer the best. How do the kids love her? Do they love her?
Tu gumstick. The kids are good. Gali had.
They're great.
They're loving it.
La cuidan.
Gali today
Good. Qué
had an
bueno. Qué
endoscopy,
bueno.
colonoscopy, because she's been having some tummy issues. And they're like, well, we're trying to figure it out. Maybe she has childhood polyps. Maybe she has some autoimmune disease. Maybe there's this. So there's been like one of those things of like, ugh. So add that to the mix of, figuring things out. But all the kids are good. They're enjoying themselves. They want to go to grandma's. Se quieren con mi mamá todos los días. Ay, llévanos con mamá Josefina, por favor. Because my mom caters to them, right? But like, that's the ideal part. Like, you want a grandma that can do it. My mom's just getting older and she wants to do it all y no puede. But other than that, see, guys, I wasn't lying. I have a real dog and she's super sweet. God bless us with this. Like, the energy, she matches the kids. No anda ladre y ladre. Like, she's just chill. Like, dame de comer una vez a la semana. Que diga, una vez al día.
That's
my
why
God, la
she's chill.
semana.
She's like, se está muriendo.
Está
la
muriendo,
pobre.
She's hambrienta, la
no,
pobre.
no energy to bark. No energy to bark. She's like,
I read it in a blog
Forget
somewhere
your
that
chaotic
starve
kids.
them and they won't
Tráeme la
bark.
perra. Tráeme la perra. Yo te la cuido. Bella. Poor
I
Bella. She
know.
did look like she was
She
like,
was like,
help me.
No puedo hacer Alf.
No,
She's adorable.
She looks great, and the kids must be so happy.
They are. They're super excited. We're all happy with her. She's so good. But let's move on to the summer shuffle. Let's move on. And thank you for sharing your chaos with me that no estoy sola. No estoy sola. But let's see. When the kids are out of school, but we're still not out of work. And thankfully we have jobs, right? That we can reportarnos to, you could say. Does your work schedule change during the week? Like I know, Irene, maybe you have a little more flexibility. Ceci, I mean, you get some chance to work from home. Like, does your work schedule change during the summer?
No, not really. My work from home days are still the same. Mondays and Fridays work from home. I mean, I can be flexible in that I can change them, but it's like my team. Each team in our offices are in the office 3 days a week, and we're kind of staggered. So Wednesday ends up being like the day where everyone's in the office. It changes, I guess, in a bit that we have a summer intern, but other than that, not really. I mean, yeah, the schedule's there, 9 to 5 basically, or in my case, 8:30 to 4:30 when I get there at 8:30. So like it just, but for example, my girls are in a camp near my office right now. This is the last week, and so last week they said like, oh, we don't want to go in on Monday. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, I don't want to drive out there on Monday either. Same thing today, but Friday they're like, oh, we don't want to go. I was like, no, van a ir. I'm like, because I'm trying to catch up with some work, and if you guys are here at home, no me dejan. And it's true, no me dejan. Like estaban aquí ahora, estaban gritando, and I was like trying to read and stay concentrated in what I was reading. I was reading like a personal manual, and gritaban, and I'm like, girls, please, And so this week too, I will be in the office on Friday because they're gonna que se vayan al camp, que se vayan al camp, aprovechar el camp. So I guess it changes a bit in that I may be in the office more because just to get work done and to get my kids out of the house. And if it's a camp near my job, then I'm going to go to the office and be productive there because, en la casa a veces no se puede, or I'm multitasking, que throwing loads, y termino agotada. Mondays, like today, right before lunch or right before dinner, I told Luis, I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, because the girls are here, me cansan, me chupan la energía.
Yeah, my schedule's kind of the same, but my team does get to work like less late, so they get to come in a little earlier, leave a little earlier, so they can enjoy summer. Everyone either like works from home or has Friday off, so that's kind of nice, like works from home on Fridays. We don't have like evening programming like we do during the school year, so that's kind of a nice break for folks. So it changes a little, but not really. I don't have a super demanding schedule as it is during this school year in terms of not being flexible. It's very flexible, and it just sort of remains flexible for the summer. And then the flexibility also gets to go over to the staff, which is nice. We don't have as many interns during the summer. During the school year, we have a lot of interns, a lot of moving parts, a lot of programs. So staff can't have as much flexibility because they have to show up for things often. And then that gives me an opportunity to show up to things as well during the school year. So summer's kind of the same with less commitments, I guess, with less late nights. And I kind of love that my staff doesn't have to worry about being there late at the office or having like late programming. So that's kind of cool. It's the nature of our work that it's kind of dependent on the school year. School years are busier times for us, so the summer has this feel of not being as busy. But I will say we've had some summers where we've been ridiculous, and we've added programs, and we've done travel, and we created all these things to do, and those were wild summers. So I'm glad that we have taken a break from that. Last summer, I gave the team days off that they didn't have to use their vacation, so that was really nice, just because I felt we wanted to give them a wellness break. They also get a Christmas break, so I thought last year would be a nice little touch to give them 2 breaks in the year. And then this year, in light of wellness, we do a lot of wellness activities, but a lot of them went ahead and took breaks anyway, so it's kind of nice. Like people took their vacation time, so that like helps my schedule too a little, because if like my key people are out, I just kind of cover for them, but also they're not going to be planning a bunch of stuff because they're out. So when your direct report's on vacation, it sort of slows down things as well because they lessen the schedule. So there's that. There's people being on vacation that actually helps the organization feel a little more quiet.
That's really awesome. I'm glad, because you want that flexibility. And I'm glad that your team feels that they have that support as well. That's the important part. Oh, great. Our manager, our leader leaves, but do we get that opportunity, right? So it's beautiful that there is that balance. That there's a balance between, hey, you need the time away. Perfect. We'll cover. Or, not to add on or pack the calendar for that in that sense, right? On my end, the summers are super quiet. They are our service drive as it is. Times are kind of crazy for everyone at the moment. So not everyone's just spending money like crazy on maintaining or repairing their vehicles. But the good thing is that it is quiet. So a lot of my team is going on vacation. They're taking their time. I just started, so I don't have a lot of vacation time. So I told my team, if you guys want to go on vacation, let me know. And we are going to split it out throughout the summer and make sure you guys go and have a good break for me, because they come back re-energized, ready to work. And they do a lot. My advisors and my technicians, everyone does a lot. So I need them to be ready to work. Either they're going to fix cars right the first time or take care of customers, because we're in a customer service-based business. For me, I'm just like, okay, I'll use what I can. I'll do a Tuesday to Saturday schedule if I want a 3-day weekend, the weekend before or something like that. So it really helps out to plan things out. But I really look forward to one day just, hey, it's a summer schedule. We'll come in at 9 and we'll leave at 2, and we just do services like that, because it's really hot. And it's just a lot to be there from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's a long day. But to close the conversation, since we're reaching our peak there, do you feel more mom guilt when you're working during the summer, or more work guilt when you're taking time off? And that will be the last question we close with.
I feel mom guilt because I'm not taking more time off. But then at the end of the day, for today, I was like, oh, I could have finished. And I tried. It's just I try to finish early so that I can go play with them or whatever. And that was us they were doing a play today. They wanted to get their nails painted and also the play. And I was like, una cosa o la otra, porque tengo que ir a record podcast. So I do feel it a little bit.
I have such an interesting situation with these kids because I have so much flexibility that I feel there's a little bit of guilt when I am busy, because they're a little sometimes demanding. Not demanding, but it's like, what are you doing, mom? What are you doing, mom? What are you doing, mom? Because it's not chaotic. Like el más chiquito, he's kind of, like I told you guys, bored. Cuando ando en chinga here working from my desk, me saluda como 10 veces al día. And it's like, I'm doing the same thing I was doing 45 minutes ago.
Mami.
Estás aburrido, ¿verdad? Háblame en 3 horas. Yeah.
Déjame en paz.
So, pero me da no, I love it. I feel guilt because I think no quiero decirle nada because un día voy a estar aquí sola, hella quiet.
Sí.
Nunca me van a hablar. They're not going to text me. They're going to be living their best lives.
Right.
So me aguanto. And sometimes I tell Diego, oh my God, can you see it on my face? Que me preguntó 20 veces qué estoy haciendo, cómo estoy, qué voy a hacer. Y como que he gets disappointed when he hears que voy a hacer algo. And it's like, you've had my attention all day. Cuando no estoy haciendo nada, si todo está con él, then I'm like, oh, I'm going to go podcast. How long? It's like, I love it porque el chiquito at least still me quiere. He wants me around. But so I have that weird guilt.
I love
no
it.
No me quiero quejar because it's like he wants to hang out with me. Me invita a caminar el perro with him, which is the sweetest thing. Y a veces tengo nada de ganas. I'm like, no, I'm going to go walk the dog right now. Pero me voy because I'm like, I have to be good. I don't want to feel that guilty that he wanted to spend time with me y no lo acompañé, right? But so I have a weird sort of relationship with guilt because I don't necessarily feel guilty by being here and not with them or being at work. I love that you called it work guilt, when you take time off of work and you feel guilty. I don't feel that either, but I do feel this guilt when I have a lot of flexibility and they see it, como que they expect me to just sort of have the freedom to stop what I'm doing, and I don't have it. So I have to be so patient to not communicate que me están sacando de quicio because I need to focus. But communicate que I'm super grateful that I'm home, that I have to, que sí puedo, que if it's in the middle of the day, they want to go get boba, I'm like, okay, I got to check my schedule. A las 3 te llevo, pero ya déjame en paz, right? It's this weird balance. Older kids can be very in your world and you're trying to work.
Oh my goodness. Qué contrario, ¿verdad? Because I'm like, I feel the mom guilt because right now I don't have PTO. I don't have that. When I reach my second year, I'll get more time off. But it's that part of restarting, right? I had to restart my career, and I think about it, I'm like, okay, no, I have to be grateful that I was able to stay 8 years at home and I was able to be with the kids. So now I'm trying to be okay, be present and all this good stuff. And they oh, what are we doing today? They get home and I'm like, I thought you guys were going to be more tired. And ¿qué vamos a hacer? Vamos. So then I just let's go outside and let's get some fresh air and get on your bikes and get on your scooters. But even then I'm already exhausted. I'm like, how much more can I give you guys? But I know that I haven't been with them all day. So there is definitely that mom guilt. I really hope I can indulge in some work guilt later, let me indulge in that later when I take some vacation. But as of now, you just have to balance it. We just have to find a way to make it work and remind ourselves where we're at and be grateful. I'm glad that, we each have different, scenarios that we can share with our audience, different experiences, the work that we do, and that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a good. There's always something good. We're all blessed with jobs, with great careers, And then we get an opportunity to be with our families, and we just have to maximize on that moment when we're there because no tenemos nada prometido. So with that, we'll close our summer series conversation about, this summer chaos and surviving the summer shuffle, whether we're taking time off and feeling bad or not taking the time because it is busy. Whatever it is that you're going through, we're here. We're going through it in one way or another. So if you want to keep this conversation going, hit us up, contact us. You can find us on Instagram at Level Up Latina. You can find us on el Face, porque somos las tías del Face, at Level Up Latina as well. You can shoot us an email with how is your summer chaos going? And you can shoot it to admin@leveluplatina.com, and you can find out all about Level Up Latina and our great community of Guilt-Free Squad. It's such an awesome community to be a part of, and it's not expensive, ladies. If you're out there and you're like, I need community, I want to bond with people, I want to know that I'm not sola through this summer chaos or through whatever it is, or perimenopause, or whatever it is, reach out, check it out, go to leveluplatina.com. Other than that, thank you for accompanying us today on this podcast. Se las queremos mucho, cuídense, and we'll see you on the next one.
Besos.
Ciao, ciao.